Very often, people always blame their leaders when things go wrong, whether it's leader at work, leader in the community, or leader of a country. So leaders are always getting the blame. But what about followers? What do you think? I almost have an argument with a friend regarding this topic, and it could be a quite uncomfortable topic to discuss. But let's see whether you can agree with me. Yeah, I know. The moment we discuss whether the leader's fault or not, some of you may get triggered. Especially if you have been in the leadership position, you'll be able to identify what I'm going to share. Think about it for a moment. If something goes wrong in the country, who would you blame? Most probably you'll blame the government, right? For example, rising property prices, car rental expensive, or you're talking about coffee shop rental rising, who would you blame? The government. And perhaps if you work in a company, you got retrenched, you may even blame the company or the CEO. So likewise in a community, if something goes wrong, if you have a fight with a community member, who would you blame? Perhaps the leader of the community. Okay, let's think about it. Most members or most people will not blame themselves. They will not blame the followers. They always blame the leader. Because it's easier to point the finger at the leaders. Okay, right now I'm going to share with you my perspective on leadership based on my personal experience. It's not based on theory. Well, I'm not a perfect leader. In fact, I'm far from it. I do have my strength and I also recognize my own weaknesses. So allow me to share with you. Let's go. Okay, right now I just want to take this time to share with you some incidents that happened at Rainmaker. As some of you may know, Rainmaker is actually a community that I founded together with my co-founder Clinton, which we gather business owners, investors, philanthropists, and professionals together, which we embrace the values of LARKY. We stand for love, authenticity, respect, kindness, and youthfulness. So Rainmaker, we are in a season of growth, where right now we have more than 600 members, where we have got in many great, fantastic people. So as we grow, I do have experienced some members who are giving us some very bad experiences. So there's this particular member who have been giving me quite a lot of headaches. So I received multiple complaints about her and feedback about her. And throughout these many years, we have been very patient, giving her the counseling, that even subtle warning and advice what to do and what not to do. And everything seems okay, but eventually it turned out to be quite drastic, until I have to take the action to really let her go. And this decision was never easy because personally this member was someone that I feel was very committed to the community. However, when it comes to the test, I just have to do what I need to do. It is definitely not an easy decision for me. Well, there's also another incident. It's about this particular member who have been with us for about 2-3 years. I regard her as a close friend. However, she did something which is against our community. I feel that what she has done hurt me as a person, personally, and also as a community, professionally. Because we do have a rule that you cannot actively push our members to join a community network. But she did it, so I have to do what is necessary. I do understand that there are some members who were not happy with my decision, and some even labeled me as someone that is very harsh, that is very inflexible, but they don't really understand. Sometimes leadership also calls for a personal sacrifice of friendship. So it really depends. What do you value? Do you value the community more or personal friendship more? This is the moment I realized something fundamental about leadership. People generally do not want leaders to lead them. They want leaders who makes them feel comfortable. The moment the leader makes them feel uncomfortable, they will be challenged. They will be labeled as the bad guy, as the villain. But I know that as a leader, we must be prepared to accept all kinds of consequences when we know that what we are doing is for the good of the entire community. Well, the story that I just shared, I don't think it just happened in Rainmaker. It can happen in many other community and organizations. So the thing is, leadership has become a scapegoat in today's society most of the time. So when something goes wrong, people blame the leaders. But can we also have to ask ourselves, what about the team members? What about the followers? I myself, I'm a leader, but I'm a follower as well. Because in order to become a good leader, we should also learn to be a good follower. So there are followers who don't really support their leaders. On the other hand, they are out there to try to challenge the leader. They are out there to try to make things difficult for the team. Of course, as a leader, I won't say that I'm perfect. There are times I may make the bad decision, I may have the wrong judgment, but end of the day, it will be good if the members can come forward and give constructive feedback, not to talk, behind a leader's back, which is not going to help the community as a whole. Okay, now let's talk about culture. Many times people think that the leaders are the ones who dictate how a culture should function. But do you know that the followers themselves are also responsible for the culture of a community, an organization, or even society as a whole? So if the leaders are the ones setting the goals and the vision, if the followers are not following, they are not taking the initiative to support the vision, there's no culture. So it really takes two hands to clap. I'm very blessed and I'll consider myself very fortunate to have a lot of loyal, great Rainmaker members coming forward and take on leadership role as a volunteer. They're not paid, but they willingly see the need to support the vision or mission and serve as volunteers. And I must say that they have done a very, very good job. The other aspect I want to talk about is about meeting members' expectation. As you know that every member have different expectations. We are all so different. Sometimes it is very impossible to meet the needs of every member. Every event, every program may cater well to certain segment of the membership, but certain programs may not. So as a result, some members may feel neglected, or they feel that, Richard has not done enough for me, or the community has not done enough for me. I will encourage team members, if you have any concern, please do have a conversation with your leaders, or at least let them know what is going on in the ground. Well, this is another point I want to bring out, and I think this is the fact of life that I observe. But I'm not referring to Rainmaker, I'm referring to the society as a whole. Sometimes followers, they do not want leaders, they want parents. People, they want parents to take care of them. They don't want leaders to take care of them. Or they expect the leaders to be like their parents, to fix our problem, to really take full responsibility of our life. But I don't think that is the way leaders should be. We are there to lead, to provide guidance. We are there to care, but we cannot be solely responsible for the decision of our members. So we have to bear that in mind. Okay, as someone who has led teams for more than 20 years, and right now Rainmaker community, I must say that leadership sometimes can be quite a thankless job. Because when decisions are made, whether it's a good decision, bad decision, there are always people making comments. So when you execute a good decision and the outcome turns to be good, sometimes people don't come and thank you. But when your decision ends up to be not a so good one, you will face a lot of criticism. And this is a fact of life. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I think as a leader, we must also be willing to admit our mistake and to be criticized and to able to receive constructive feedback and not take things too personally, because this is the price and the sacrifice of being a leader. So what's the point of me sharing with you all this? Is it to discourage you or become a leader, or to make you blame your followers? No, that's not my intention. In fact, I would like to encourage all of you to consider take on the leadership role. You have not been a leader before, because it's rewarding, even though it can be challenging. But leadership is very crucial, especially if you want to venture into the path of being an entrepreneur. Well, now coming back to Rainmaker, is it worthwhile to be a leader in Rainmaker? Well, I would say yes. If I could turn back the clock, I will not regret the decision I made to really help to establish this community. Okay, why do I think so? Because I truly believe that Rainmaker is a great community. We are both a social and a business community. So businesses deals are also happening within the community. Members are referring deals to one another. But on top of all this, we also have a lot of fun. We go for yacht trip together, overseas trips together, we sing karaoke together, we attend pageant show together, we do fun things together. I think that is what makes Rainmaker so vibrant and so colorful. Well, like I said, I'm very thankful that we have a group of members who step up forward to serve as ambassadors in our community. They are the ones that volunteer their time, resources, effort to really help to take care of fellow members, especially those who are a little bit shy, those who are a little bit disconnected with us. So I'm really grateful and thankful to them. Okay, now let me throw the question back to you. So in your opinion, what makes a good leader? Is it someone strict, someone forgiving, someone who like to please people? So in your view, what is your perspective? So personally, have you experienced someone who blamed a leader for his incompetency? What are your experiences like? Share with us. Let's have an honest conversation here, because we know that it always takes two hands to clap, and leadership is all about accepting responsibility.